Frame is fitted temporarily. Let's have a little look. Just got to get some braces done. Ooh, we can work on closing these tiny little gaps. It's a half lap. Tenon comes through here, through these two pieces. Shoulders sit down on here. Going to have a brace coming out of here, supporting this weak point here. Look at that. Virtually no gap. Really impressed with how this one's come out. This is eucalyptus, 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 top's eucalyptus, and that post over there. The only one that isn't is this middle one, it's acacia. It's got some lovely curves to it. Really impressed with how this frame's come out. Yeah, I'm about just trying to get this final fit going in. Close up some of these gaps. So you add some braces in and we get some little gaps appear as the angles of things change. Just trying to finalize and see if we need to take off a tiny little piece there. But yeah, frame is virtually done. Hitting half a job getting it all together on the ground. Okay, so the time lapse ran out yesterday and it got dark, so the camera stopped filming. But here we go. We've got the two frames up. Just walked into a stump. It's come out really well. We've got set up for the next phase of play. Going to get the roof rafters up onto here, lift them up onto the sides. Carolina is debarking the roof rafters. Three, two, one. Okay. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Okay. And keep going, keep going. Okay, I'm gonna start going. Whoa, 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 whoa. Keep going, a few more steps. Yeah, okay. And come backwards. Be careful, there's rocks behind you, right behind you now to your left. Okay. Okay. 2, 1. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
We did one at a time.
Now it's gonna come back to you. Okay. Now you're right. Okay, that is how it wants to sit anyway. Yeah, because look at we've got the bow facing up, which is good, because if it was looked the other way, then we'd have a dip in the middle. See that? And we don't want a dip in the middle, and then it springs out that end. So yeah, like that. But I'm just gonna cut this end first with the chainsaw. Get the strap on. Lube yourself up. Okay, we're gonna have to go up towards the container a bit, okay? And again, 3, 2, 1. And again, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I should do for now. Yeah, go on. Good, you can get it from there. Okay, I got to go up to the container a bit. 3, 2, 1. Okay, go on, pull yours. I've got it secure up here. Go on, give it some. I've got it secured up here. Yeah, you was on a little knobble. Go on. Nice. Nice, nice. Yeah, you're good. Keep going. Oh. No, no, it's okay. Okay. Yep. If only I could like just pick it up and bop it over there. Right, I need to flip it. We need to flip it that way slightly. Yeah, that looks better. This one's obviously way higher. So level that out, and we got nearly 40 mil. So I want 40 mil to come out the bottom of this one. So I take my scribe tool, set it to 40 mil. And that is what we're taking out. Okay, what I've done actually to get 40 mil out of the log is I just measured 40 mil up onto the log and then set my scribe tool to that. So I'm going to level from one to the other, see what my difference is. Down here 25 mil, and then I am going to mark 25 mil up on the log, and then I'm going to grab my scribe tool and set that to my 25 mil mark on the log, and then I am going to scribe this log to this log. Calculations in terms of how did we get our correct amount of battens. So goes a little something like this. You have 50 millimeters overhang, that will land you in the middle of your gutter. And so I placed the first tile on and the other tile on that end at 50 millimeters overhang. I then marked this point and this point and pinged lines across from there to here. That gave me this mark. I took a measurement from this mark all the way up to that ridge, which gave me something like 5,410 millimeters. My spacing between this batten, the top of this, and the top of this batten, roughly as it's set, is 335 from the industry of the tile. And so I took that measurement, 5,410, I divided it by 335, and that gives me something like 17.4 or something. Again, I'm just going this off the top of my head. But we can't lay 17.4 rows, and so we round it up to 18. So I do 5,410. I divide that by 18, and then that gave me a spacing of 320. So once you lay your first one out, this is slightly different, this layout, because you've got the 50 mil overhang here, and so your tile is set to that 50 mil, and then you mark where the tile is going to sit. Now take this measurement from there to there, divide it by your 335, gives you an uneven number. Round up, divide that same number again by that even number, and that gives you a spacing of 32. I went along and I marked out every 32, and so every 32 I marked, and then my batten goes here. Always do the same, so mark here, batten here, mark here, batten here, mark here. Put nails in it so that I can ping lines across from one side to the other. It really shows me where the high spots are, and I'll put some strings up. I'm just going to work some 4 tiles in a row. I really want to be able to get up on the roof, because at the minute I'm running around with a ladder and it's not very fun. And yeah, we are getting it done. You're getting a nice feel for what the space is going to give us and the light that it's going to offer us. And so yeah, it's looking good. It's coming along. It's nice to have the overhang. So really important, we've got just over 1 metre overhang here. So this internal space where we have run kitchen units and so on, while we're cooking, we're not going to be getting soggy wet. So yeah, a bit of a process. We've taken the tiles from off a person's house. They're really grubby and dirty, and so we're cleaning them all up, put them in a pile. We've taken all of the pallets apart. I'll show how I've been doing that, but we took all the pallets apart. I've cut all the planks in half. We've got these nice heat treated ones, which are 20 odd mil thick, and so I've cut them all into 800 sections, punched the nails through the middle, pulled the pallets out, really easy. Carolina's treated them with some burnt oil, which we are loving and hating. It's very messy, it's horrible, but it's a really good protection against termites, which is what we have here. So it's free and it's easy to use. And so yeah, this is what we're getting on. It's my first time tiling. I've done lots of carpentry prior to the tilers, but we always have roofers come in and do the roofing. And so loving these wibbly wobbly timbers. It's going to add some real nice character to here. And so we've gone with a 300mm timber lock straight through the brace into the post, opposed to putting in a peg. Traditionally, obviously, you would have driven a peg through the tenon. I felt like in our building process, I realised that I'd done the tenons too small, and with our first post, some of our first posts, they were a little bit smaller than some of these posts, and I kind of set out a tenon and stuck to it. And what I should have done with these bigger posts is made the tenons bigger. And then these braces were kind of more suited to this size timber, but for example, this brace is actually slightly bigger than this post up here. So there was a lot of learning in terms of sizings of things, and I think if I would have stuck an inch dowel through that, an inch peg through the tenon, I would destroy the tenon, and there probably wouldn't have been much meat for it to go through in the post. And so I decided to go over mechanical fixing. I'm not so bothered, it doesn't really bother me. I know that the joinery is there, and in the future I will try to make bigger tenons and try to make pegs for the joinery. The roof came out really nicely. Let me lay down on the floor. Yeah, that's cool. The roof came out really cool. I love it. Some of our first braces didn't come out so well. We got gaps, we got sort of not very good housing of the bracing, and then we got better and better, and some of them came out really good. With practice, with every brace we done, it got easier and easier. And Nick, I'm sorry to say, but bracing the braces concave opposed to convex was a lot easier to do. What I mean by that is this brace is convex. It kind of takes an angle outside like that, and sticking that in the jig was quite difficult, opposed to these braces are concave and the angle goes inwards. I think it looks a lot nicer, and it was also a lot easier to hold down in the jig and create the 45-degree angle on it. This lot of bracing came out very nice, and you'd hope so after a few weeks of practice.